Afternoon, everybody. My name is Gary, and today we're going to talk about a takeoff. What is a takeoff document? Well, it's a document that engineers use to help us identify and explain something complex. So, watching my screen, you're going to see here, this is a circuit, and in this circuit, it's a trip circuit, we're going to add this little new circuit right in the middle of this existing circuit. And I want to see if this makes sense, if it's wired correctly. So in order for me to understand this, I need two drawings. I need the schematic, which is what this is. The schematic shows how this works electrically, how the flow of current will work here. Shows it electrically. This drawing is the wiring diagram. This shows how it's wired. As you can see, it's not necessarily wired the way it works electrically. So, to begin, we'll pick a starting point. I'm going to choose 62. So I'll start right here at 62. I just redrew it down here. I put 62 on there. The next thing, I'm going to go in the upward direction. Next point I touch is this 52B contact. So I drew it there. The next point is 61. I drew it there. The next point is 1D11. I drew it there. And 11D11. I drew it there. So this looks very simple. I started here and it went here in a straight line. Very easy. It doesn't actually wire that way, but it works that way electrically. So how's it wired? We'll go over the wiring diagram and we'll start. We'll start at panel 11, D11. So this is panel 11. Okay, this is D. We'll go down to 11. So right here, this point, D11, is this point, 11D11, which is what I drew here. Now, it leaves 11D11 on the red wire. See, there's 52B, that's 52B. It goes to 1D11, which is panel 1. So it's going from here to here. The schematic shows that. So far, so good. There's 1D11. It says 1D11. If we follow this line, it goes up. It goes out this cable bundle, CH3, to where? To panel 1. See that? This says panel 1. So we're going from 11 to 1. 11 to 1. So we go to the panel 1 drawing, which I happen to have open, and there's my cable, CH3 from panel 11, as you can see, and that comes down this wire and connects right here to D11, 1D11. Okay? It's a red wire, just like the other drawing showed, a 52B. You see that? And then that is where our connection is. This 61 is the red wire. It's a new wire. So it's red and it's in the cloud. Here's that wire. It says 61 right there. So if you follow that red wire, it goes right out to the breaker, which is outside the yard on cable 33. So if I go outside to the yard and I find cable 33 in the breaker and I look inside at position 61, which is at the breaker, I'm going to see this wire. And that is a red wire, and it's going to say it goes to panel 1, delta 11. So by tracing it out in a straight line, we can easily understand all the different paths that this one wire takes. It goes from the field, down the cable, to a terminal block, out another cable to another terminal block. That's how it's wired electrically, and this is how it works electrically. That's basically a takeoff, and you can take it and explain anything on a wiring diagram or anything in the schematic. In our industry, the schematic is the Bible. The way the schematic is drawn is how it's supposed to work electrically, and that's how we have to prove it. We have to prove that this circuit works electrically, and we have to follow the schematics. Older drawings are also listed as elementary diagrams. It's the same thing. Elementary diagrams and schematics are the same thing. This is a PE stamp, professional engineer stamp. It tells me that this schematic has been approved. It is the valid and correct drawing to use for this trip circuit. Now you understand the purpose of the takeoff document. So my advice is go ahead and grab some schematics, and grab some wiring diagrams, and try this on your own and just trace it out. Thank you for listening, and happy learning.